A lot of rappers have some shit to say about ghostwriters. I have something else to say about it. The general consensus, from what I have seen, especially in the underground, is that having ghostwriters is wrong. You should not have them, or else you lack authenticity, you are bullshitting everyone, and you are fake. I can certainly see the validity in that argument. I can. A lot of fans of these artists with ghostwriters don't seem to care. If these artists are so big, since so many of their fans aren't the 10% or more who go to their shows and buy merch, I don't know what percentage. Maybe it's different for everyone. The other 90% in this case doesn't care as much, probably, about the actual things that go into the product's creation. Does that make sense? That's how I see it. So a lot of these people, yeah, they do care, but so many of them probably don't give a fuck, which I think is okay. Now, a lot of people watching this are like, wait, you were saying all these things, and I mean, that's cool, but, what? Hear me out. In the Kamikaze interview, Eminem said something I would probably say about ghostwriters. Something I've said since I started writing and rapping myself. He said that if he has to put down the pen and have someone else write for him, he may as well just put down the fucking mic too. It reflects on caring for himself. It has more to do with him than anything. It's a philosophy I wish every artist had, but hey, you can't change other people. And if you do, it's not like you can change everyone. And even if you do, I mean, it's not like you're gonna be alive when that happens. Which, like so many things, is a topic for another video. Since the beginning, I assumed that everyone wrote all of their own shit, and my music is entirely self-made. But I wasn't surprised to find out that other artists don't make their music also entirely from scratch.
Because I feel like that's fucking crazy.
To a degree, but there are teams of people doing this shit. When I heard about the whole thing with Drake and Meek Mill, I was just like, so he has a ghostwriter? Why is that bad? What would be bad is if I had a ghostwriter. I know how Eminem ended up working with Dre, and Dre does something interesting with ghostwriting artists who are against having other people ghostwrite on their lyrical behalf, like Eminem or Kendrick Lamar. These guys have actually written lyrics for themselves reflecting that philosophy. But Dr. Dre has used them as ghostwriters. In the meantime, I don't know if other artists with ghostwriters have a similar procedure with the writings of their music, but Dr. Dre, dude, he's a fucking genius. He has something where, you know, imagine a little classroom. Dre is the teacher. He sits at his computer doing his teacher work. Meanwhile, you got 3 students sitting facing him at their student desks. It's Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, and Jay-Z. And he gives them an assignment. Write a song over this beat about this, this, and this, right? He gives them a bunch of important details to consider. I read about this somewhere, I think it was Wikipedia. I'll put any sources down in the description. So then they write the song, they go up to him and ask, how's this? Then he says, I like this, this, and this, and this needs to change. Eminem said the same. He just cares about whether he writes the lyrics for himself. He doesn't care what other people are doing. I don't care what other people are doing. If you don't like it, don't do it. Shit, if you want to express your viewpoints, why not write about them? If you get results, I don't care how you get them. I mean, if I like how you got them, I want to know. But if not, that's okay too, because I'm inspired by it. I find inspiration in any way I can. What I do know is that if you ask around, I don't imagine anyone particularly endorsing ghostwriters. Listening to artists who use ghostwriters is kinda like eating meat. If you go to meat eaters and ask them if they encourage the deliberate, I'm not a vegan or a vegetarian, by the way. I was a vegetarian the first 12 years of my life, but I'm not a vegan or vegetarian. If they encourage the deliberate, almost undisputably speciesist act of treating animals like shit and giving them steroids and all these ridiculous growth chemicals so they can murder them earlier and produce the same amount of meat faster, if that didn't result in anything that involved those people eating meat, do you think they would endorse that concept and be like, fuck yeah, fuck the animals? Fuck no. I don't think so. I know there are lots of farms and stuff, by the way, that treat animals really humanely. I haven't done lots of research on that, but I've seen a few documentaries and I've read a couple books, and I will read and watch way more in the future. That's something that I'm low-key super passionate about and interested in. But it's the same way with ghostwriters. Those people, if they had to tell you, I imagine they would probably admire an artist a little bit more, at least, if the artist were putting in the due diligence of writing their own material. Because that's just more authentic in a way. And that's how shit goes. I don't imagine them being like, yeah bro, if you rap, you should have someone else write your lyrics because you're too busy rapping to write. Or you're too busy not being good enough at writing. And I don't know about you, but I would just walk away. I wouldn't even smack the dude because hey, you guys know me. Every second counts and I have no time to waste. I think that ghostwriting is the same thing with lyricism. I think that no artist should judge another because they do these things or care more or less about them. Because of the evolution and branching out of hip-hop music, I personally would encourage differing opinions, beliefs, and approaches. Because that proves that 1, you're thinking, not everyone does that. 2, we are all interested in the same overlapping thing. And 3, there's a market for it that we can all fit into comfortably, theoretically. And I say theoretically because I feel like that comfort comes with the cost of acceptance within and beyond yourself. And that acceptance is about doing your fucking thing. If you don't like having ghostwriters, don't have ghostwriters. Simple as that. Just don't cry about other artists having ghostwriters. Unless you want to write about it, I guess. So that's my 2 cents. And why the fuck do people have to call it 2 cents? I wonder why there's so much poverty in this country. Nobody's giving enough. I'm about to start calling it $2. There, that's my $2. What's yours? Is it okay for an artist other than yourself to have a ghostwriter? How much does that matter to you? Like, really matter? Does it? Please let me know in the comments below. And hey, tell me if there's anything else you guys want me to talk about in my future videos. If you have any questions, please feel free to hit me up. There are links at the bottom of the description to all my social media. There's also a link to my new production kit where you can find all the equipment and software that I use to make music. If you guys buy any, I get commission, which helps me build this channel and keep making these videos for you guys. Make sure to leave a like if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already. If you could turn on that little bell and receive a notification every time I drop a new video, that would mean the world to me. You guys can find me everywhere, and I will see you then.